Do-do-do-do. Yo, yo, yo. welcome, everybody, to another episode of Freaks of the Industry Podcast. It is your loyal and gracious host, Moe B. Dick, a.k.a. Moe Brux. Across from me, we have my lovely wife, my better half, the woman that gets on my nerves, but I love her so much, Bosslady Brux. How you doing, baby?
I am doing great. Happy Mother's Day to everybody.
Happy Mother's Day to everybody.
Those that have children.
And also,
children.
I'd like to wish a happy 19th birthday to my youngest son, Matthew DeMarco
Happy birthday,
Brooks.
Matt.
He's down in Texas right now, chilling, getting ready to take his driving test so he can join the military. Shouts out to the Air Force. Today's episode is we decided to do a little switch up for those who are our loyal fans and followers who have been following us for a long time. You get bits and pieces of us, but you never get the chance to know who we truly are and where we come from. Some people are very wide open and very upfront and forthright, like myself. There's not too much people that don't know about me, but then there's people like my wife who won't tell you jack shit. But so what we decided on doing is we're doing a host spotlight. This is Spotlight 104. This week is me, Moe Brux.
In the hot seat.
And next week we have Texas Homegrown. Yep. Then in week 3 we have Apple Bottom Banks, and then last but not least, save the best for last, we have my wife, Bosslady Brux, and we're gonna tonight was just me and my lady. We're gonna go back and forth. It's gonna be very interesting. Yeah, because we have arguments about certain things, but we're not gonna argue in front of the company. No, you're our guest, ladies and gentlemen. No, not at all. But so this is sort of like an origin story. So we're gonna speak about who I am and what I am and what the fuck am I doing here?
Truth.
So, okay, let's take it from the top. I am Mario Gennaro Brux. Gennaro means January, and if I'm not mistaken, it means January in Spanish. I was born in January. My mother grew up in Spain. She was an Air Force brat, and her very first boyfriend was a bullfighter. So my mother spoke fluent Spanish. So when I was born, she named me allegedly after Mario Van Peebles, and because I was born in January, Mario Gennaro. Let's see. My father is Matt Alfonso Brux. He's a retired General Motors worker, GM worker for 47 years. My mother is Betty Jean. She has so many last names, I'd rather not even say them.
Right. Somebody steal her identity. So don't say all her names.
Yeah, but my family lineage is as such. If you are a Kaiser, if you are a Brooks, if you are a Pride or a Suggs, I'm related to you. So for those out there who may know a Suggs, you my peoples. For those out there who knows a Pride, you definitely my peoples. Or Brooks, we might be related. And a Kaiser, we're related. So they're my peoples. I was born and raised in St. Louis, January 4th, 1974. Back then it was Jewish Hospital. Now it's BJC, Barnes Jewish Hospital. My occupation is I'm an auto worker for General Motors in Wentzville, Missouri, outside of St. Louis. I've been there 21 years. My occupation, my title is that of a torque monitor. I walk around with a little data-mite and a tool and check different bolts and screws to make sure that the vehicle is okay. So that way you don't get a call back, a recall. High schools, I went to Riverview Gardens. Go Rams. And I went to Hazelwood Central.
Which one you graduated from?
I graduated from Hazelwood Central.
Okay.
Class of 92.
Okay.
So
I graduated in 91. Okay, yeah, we went over that.
Right. My hobbies, I love to cook and gaming. So if you play Xbox and you want to get down with the get down, add me. My name on Xbox is Moe B Dick, MOE space the letter B space DICT. You can find me on Xbox.
Oh, and also your most recent hobby, getting your bartend on.
Oh yeah, doing my my bartending thing.
Drinks.
Yeah, I like my specialty drinks. During the pandemic, I made a whole lot of different drinks. I recorded a lot of them. We had the Quarantini. I had the Slow Fuck. We had the what was it? The Brown Booty. I made all kind of shit. I can't remember all of them, but my wife blessed me, my wife and my kids blessed me with a nice little bar set with a lot of drink. And drinking is not my hobby, but it's a passion of mine to prepare drinks and make people feel good about themselves. Now, keep in mind, y'all, this is the origin story. It's pretty boring, but in a minute,
He gonna get these questions.
yeah,
He gonna get this heat.
I'm just stalling. 'Cause my wife gonna
All right,
give
you
me
see
the
my
heat.
face? Those of you that can see, you see my face? I'm just
She's calm and cool, so we
just
gonna.
waiting to get to the questions, bro.
My favorite food is I love seafood and I like chicken. My favorite dessert is strawberry cheesecake and chocolate cake. Love chocolate. Love chocolate. My favorite rappers. Well, my favorite rap group is Outkast,
That's a lot.
followed by the late great rapper MF Doom. May he rest in peace, Daniel Dumoulin.
Yes, Lord.
The rap group Little Brother. For those who understand real hip hop and underground hip hop, you can't like hip hop without understanding who Little Brother is. So my favorite groups are basically Outkast, Little Brother, A Tribe Called Quest.
Foreign
My favorite
exchange.
rappers are MF Doom, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. But also like Redman, Method Man.
Shout out, Reggie. Know you listening.
And let's see what else. Siblings. I have 4 siblings. 5 are still alive. We got my brother Darius, my sister Brienne, and my brother Broderick. Broderick is he's doing a damn thing. He's living his best dream, being he works for Top Golf, and he does a lot of traveling with Top Golf. My sister she is
All over the place.
She's all over the place, but she's mostly she lives in Houston at the University of
Travels
Houston.
a lot.
She does a lot of stuff with the University of Houston. She works there and lives down in Houston. My brother Darius is local. He lives here in St. Louis, and he's a good dude.
Great father.
Great father.
Oh my
Great father.
gosh.
He's a father I should have been to my kids, but my kids are all right.
they all right.
Speaking of kids, together, me and my wife have 7 kids in total, but we had nothing together.
Thank God.
Going in ages from, let's see, you had Bryant, Taj Malik, Tariq, Damon,
CeCe.
Nathaniel, Damon, CeCe, Sierra, Nathaniel, and Matthew. Matthew being the youngest, just turned 19 today.
And you love out Christopher.
Oh, and Christopher. Man, Christopher and Brian, rest in peace. They're no longer with us, but they were here long enough to make a lasting impression on everyone that they knew. And everyone that they loved and loved them. My kids' occupations, man, they
All over the place.
all over the place.
Because it's a lot of kids.
They got Tariq's in Las Vegas doing security. Taj, odd jobs here and there.
Local.
Matthew's unemployed but finna join the Air Force. Sierra works for Apple. Damon, what does Damon do now?
Oh my God, don't start me to line. I ain't gonna put his business out there.
And Nathaniel.
He is general manager at Lulu's restaurant.
All right, so that, yeah.
Yeah, they keep jobs. They have a great example of work
Well,
ethic.
Well, thank you.
I don't think they've ever seen you miss a day without getting paid.
Paid, yeah, I gotta make my bread.
Gotta make that bread.
That bread. You got to make that bread. Let's see. Y'all know I'm stalling. As you see, my stats, I'm married. And my wife.
Ears turning red. Hey, y'all.
That is my wife. How long have we known each other? We've known each other for. See, we met when my son Matthew was 6 months old, and he's now 19. So we've been together 18 and a half years.
It's going on 20.
18 and a half years. How long have we been married? 12. This is going on 13.
I love that you keep up with that because, the woman's supposed to keep up with that. I always forget. Like, it'll be a day before our anniversary. I'll be like, he'd be like, yeah, we're going to go for drinks for the anniversary. I'm like, dang, I forgot. Thank God for Amazon
Right.
Prime.
Right. So I'm good with numbers, and I remember a lot of
I
stuff.
appreciate you remembering that.
I try. When did we meet? Well, that's been stated like 18 and a half years ago.
We met and then we re-met because I left town.
Well,
Remember that?
I
was like
inboxed her. I inboxed her on
big
blackplanet.com and hit her up, and she was like, "Well, we can't meet because I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm going out of town. I gotta."
I was moving to Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And you didn't believe me.
I didn't believe. I thought you was full of shit. I thought you was like. First of all, her picture was so pretty. She was so pretty on her picture. I said, "Are you really a
thank
woman?"
you,
I thought she was a
love.
tranny. I'm sorry, a transgender. I should have said that. I thought she was transgender, and lo and behold, she certainly is not.
Yes, birthed all them babies.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So, But when it all boiled down, we met. We could have met sooner. We have a mutual friend, and I will put him out there. DJ Stanfield. Hey,
Hello.
DJ.
How are you,
How
sir?
are you, sir? So, Dewan.
All he had to do was confirm what you wanted to know.
Yep. So what had
Wrap.
happened was, throughout the years, me and DJ have been frenemies. We've been friends. We'll fall out, be enemies because we have the same taste in women.
Yeah.
But we squashed the beef.
That's how fam do. You know?
Yeah.
Deep down,
So
y'all fam.
what had happened was, DJ came to my house one day and told me like, "Hey, bro, we was talking about different chicks we met on. We was comparing those different chicks we had smashed off Black Planet, and I asked him, I said, "Hey, there's a chick on Black Planet named Cannon One. Do you know
the
her?
name? Hell no.
Do you know her? I mean, I was a chick on Black Planet named Cannon One. I don't think she's real, but I think she might be transgender." He was like, No, she real. Oh, you know her? Yeah, I grew up with her. You bullshitting. Yeah, her name's April. I'm like, really? So I pulled the page, on my little Tandy computer, my old ass Tandy computer, pulled it up. He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I know her. Matter of fact, I just saw her the other day. I was after I left Hadley's, I saw her somewhere and I hung out with her. I said, really? He's like, I can bring her by. I said, would you please? And lo and behold, I never met her. I wonder why. Oh, that's right. Take it over, madam. Take it over, my wife, and tell the listeners out there
You
why.
know,
they meet
without saying a whole lot, let's just say, yeah, I'll come pick you up and we can take the kids over to your mama house and yeah, I want you to ride with me. Oh, okay. But we gotta stop by my spot first because I gotta grab da. And everything in me was like, bruh, come on now. I know how this go. I was like, you know what? Just take us back. Yeah, just take us back. And I went back to my friend Kathy's house that I was staying at, and yeah, because the destination was never gonna be him. That was never gonna be the destination. He wasn't on that. Like for real, I could just tell.
He was trying to fuck.
Every time a guy gets you in the car and say he got to stop by his house first, what did you forget that you didn't leave out with? I always think about that. Like everybody check keys, wallet, phone, glasses. Okay, I'm cool. Everybody do that.
Right.
So if you forgot something at home that we got to go back for, that it's that important that we got to go back to your house. Nah, dog, take me home. I already see what's and something in me, I just felt it like he finna try to make his move. See, I had a crush on him when I was a
Growing up,
kid.
he was a kid.
But he didn't give me no play. I was bony as hell. You know, it just overlooked me. I'm younger than him. Overlooked me. He was all these pretty girls. And then one day, puberty hit. Where I get all this titties and ass, I will never know. Because my mama and grandmama and them ain't got it. I got it. And man, he was like, oh my God. Now you know how I go. You know, don't, what is the saying? Don't, what is it? Don't diss the caterpillar and then sweat the butterfly. Like you can't, yeah, now you want to come back. And yeah, I was like, oh, bruh. Hey, bro. Remember, bro? Little sis? Yeah, that had to sting. That's certified right there. You're not finna get it. If I call you bro, you're not finna get it. Let it go. So that's how that went. And I was home. I came back after 9/11. I came back and I was on the computer probably about 1 a.m. Had face cream all on my face and whatnot. And he hit me up across the computer like, oh, are you on here? Oh, okay. So we kind of went back and forth. He was like, let me take you out. Oh, no, I don't know about that one. You know, da. No. Let me come get you. We'll go to IHOP. No pressure. Public place. That got me. Okay, yeah, we'll be in a public place. Okay, cool. Wash the shit off. Threw on some. He came to swoop. He looking at me through the glass like, oh, okay, yeah, she is a cute person. Titties, all right, I see that. But then when I turned that corner, he saw all that ass. Oh, because I know my husband. At least I'll get some head out of it. Shit, head and some cocoa.
I'm in love with the cocoa.
So that's how that happened. Like we taking a little bit too much time about us. We're trying to learn about you. You want to learn about you.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's just
Buddy.
how. But as life always is, I'm a firm believer everything happens for a reason. There is no such thing as coincidence.
Yeah.
The odds was I had greater odds of meeting you through DJ, which faltered tremendously. But we ended up meeting anyway. And so I look at it, it was meant to be. My father told me a long time ago, nothing happens when it's not supposed to happen. Everything happens in the right season. It just wasn't meant.
Yeah.
It just wasn't meant. So
And it was one of those, we was like 3 months in and partners and friends, and we really was like every day up under each other and I did not want to leave his apartment. He didn't want me to leave his apartment.
man.
We crying on the way back to my apartment, like, dang, you got to take me back.
I had people in all of my ear. I had chicks I was fucking with. I had a so-called partner who didn't want me to mess with you because it fucked up his way of getting pussy.
No, I know. I know. I'm gonna call it out.
Robbie Bailey. I call his name Robert
Call
DeLon
it what
Bailey.
it is.
Robbie Bailey. Robert DeLon Bailey. He had an issue with you because and for those who know who Robbie is, hey y'all.
Hey everybody.
He had a problem with me being with you because it fucked up his ass time outside of his home because he would use my spot to smash chicks. So, hey Moski, hey man, don't kick it with her, man. Just fuck her, man. Fuck her and set out. Don't fall in love with a dog.
I ain't that type.
Yeah, so
The hustle is strong in this one.
So it was a trip. So I mean, you got to listen to your head. Sometimes if you have a true friend, they would tell you what it is. And everyone has hidden agendas. I've always been able to suss out who has hidden agendas and who's real with me. Who tells it like who comes to me and tells me how things are when things are going good and bad, and who tells me how things are when people come and tell me when things are just bad. And that's how you know you can differentiate between a friend and an associate or someone you just know. So,
True.
But when it all boils down, we've been married for this long. We've had ups and downs. We've been separated, and I've been on some bullshit. It's mainly me. I call it what it is. But so
It's okay though. You had to evolve. I understood that.
I had to grow.
I understood that. I was like, I just grow with this one. And I told him I don't want no relationship. I will never get married again. You are definitely not the one. We can be homies. We can kick it. We can even fuck every now and then. That's what friends do for each other. See how that turned out.
Right.
But yeah.
So we're now about 18 minutes into the podcast, and I've been stalling.
He is stalling.
I've been stalling because my wife finna hit me with the ooh-wop de bam.
Maybe not. I ain't gonna get too
No, man, you can. These are things that we haven't discussed at home, so that way it'll be a surprise and it'll be fresh, and she can tell when I'm lying. So, for y'all, here we go.
So, what? You want the first question?
Let's get it.
One question I've always wanted to know that I never asked you.
All right.
We've had sex over the years. Sometimes. When did you first realize you liked anal, and when was the first time you did anal?
The first time I realized I liked fucking women in the ass was before I even did it. I used to go through my father's porn collection. My father kept a lot of porn, a lot of porn. And when we lived in Castle Point in the 80s, my father was the only person in probably damn near North County with a satellite dish, and this motherfucker was huge. It was like the real deal metal, huge satellite. It was huge.
Oh my god, yeah,
the first one. It had a motor on it. So my father had this little. My father had 2 digital boxes. He pressed a little code in, and the dish would turn slow as hell to get the right satellite. And I was watching porn from Sweden and Italy, and
So
so
you seeing all the open-mindedness.
I'm seeing all the open-mindedness early on, and my mother used to make my father throw away his Playboy magazines because I was 4 years old when I first stumbled upon my first titties, and my stomach was hurting because my thing was getting hard. But my father has always been a porn connoisseur. I mean, what he is now, I don't know. It's none of my business, but that's how it was for me growing up. So I was always exposed to sex even before I knew what sex was. But to answer your question, by watching porn and seeing DPs and women getting facials and women sucking dick and a lot of the threesomes, foursomes, and
So you was
orgies,
like, I just want to try it.
I just want to try. Just like, no,
I want to try it all of that.
I wanted to try every situation. I knew early on I had a game plan. Like I write down the shit for the podcast.
Oh yeah,
I was the same way back. I was a nerd.
I know.
I read comic books, played Nintendo.
I came across some of your notes,
Yeah,
some of your pictures,
yeah, so
some of your comments on the back of some of the pictures. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah,
I was
on it.
I had a very logical, very technical mind, and I would jot stuff down. It just
because I came across a notebook where you had shit jotted down about me.
really.
When you met me, you was like, man, does she really do ... I need to ask her ... I'm like, I came across that cleaning your house.
I still do that to this day.
Yeah, you do.
If I meet someone, if I meet
So
if I
you
meet
remember
anyone,
to-
if I meet anyone, whether they recently as of last week or yesterday to 6-7 months ago, I write down their name, what's their real name, what's their aliases, what do they do, what don't they do,
Right.
and just break, because it gives me a better understanding of who I'm dealing with. I gotta understand who I'm dealing with.
Right.
If I can't understand who I'm dealing with, it's not a control thing. It's just so that I know how far I can take it, how far we can go, and how long before I get bored. Because once I get bored, I'm walking away.
All right.
So
We both had that thought process, because if I'm gonna be with you, I need to know what you doing. So I'm gonna do my homework, because you're not gonna get me busted up by some bitch because she crazy about you.
Right.
And somehow we both was like, we only deal with people that's got something to lose. That's what we instantly had in common. And I was like, that's what's up, because a lot of guys in St. Louis ain't like that. Like, they just whoever, and then, I got my windows busted out, or she came over to the house, I had old girl over there, man, da-da-da. Oh, dude, you doing it all wrong.
Yep.
You're doing it all wrong. And what did I tell you back in the day? Don't bring dirt to your doorstep. That's what you don't do.
Yep.
Where you trying to build a home. You know what I'm saying? So, oh man, yeah, when I met him, he had the little t-shirts hanging in the closet in case you want to put on a t-shirt. He had the little shower caps,
I had
the soaps, the brand new toothbrush.
I had
in there.
I had my crib.
It was like a little hotel.
My crib was like a little player spot, because I dealt with a lot of females friends who always hit me the game, and I always listen to each one of my female friends and female cousins, and their disdainment for certain guys who didn't have their shit together. You be surprised how much cool and coochie points you get for having shit that a woman want or might need. So I had the big T-shirts. I had the shower cap. I had the scrunchies, the bobby pins. I had the spare toothbrushes.
And
I
then
had
you know how you do.
Moscato. Well, not Moscato back then. Hold on, back then it was Alizé. I had Alizé
Right.
in the freezer, Alizé in Hypnotic in the refrigerator.
Now you graduated to your own drink.
Now, I do my own drinks now.
And you go to all them hotels, when
get the
you
soaps.
got a gal, you got to take your side pieces to the hotel. He'd always bring home the little shampoo bottles,
And the soaps.
the shower caps. So hear me out when I say he ain't buying none of this shit. He probably bought those toothbrushes from Walgreens across the street from his
Family
apartment,
Dollar.
or Family Dollar.
Dollar General.
Yeah, it's not hard. Get your Dollar General toothbrush and have it ready. I was like, this dude straight. Oh my God, is it really that deep? But hey, it was two different people, but on the same page. It wasn't supposed to work. We wasn't supposed to work.
And the first gal who let me fuck her in the ass,
Oh my God, yes.
if I'm
That's
not
it.
mistaken,
How old were you?
shit, probably about the first time I did it, I
On
had to
accident?
be about 10 or 11.
That's what I was saying.
I was about 10 or 11 doing it with a young lady that I knew from Sacramento when I grew up in Sacramento, named Yanni. But we was both 10. We was my mom. She was my. My mom. When we were little, we stayed with her mom because her mom, my mom grew up together as kids, and that was just because, and I caught her mom watching porn, so we would experiment all the time doing little stuff
Nice.
because we were both 10. We were little kids.
That was damn near in house.
That's gross. We were kids. That's gross. Ugh.
I'm just saying, you gotta start somewhere. Oh my God, you gotta start somewhere.
But I think the first time I really did it with a chick that loved it was this little chick named Kim. I think I met her when she lived in Northwoods. Shh. And I put it in her ass like it was pussy, and she took it. She didn't grunt, didn't holler, it would go right in. And I'm like, wow. And I would go to Flow Valley because at the time I was going to Flow. I go to Flow Valley once I got in class. I would page her. She would call
Page her,
me.
oh, Lord.
Yeah, I would page her, She'll page me back. I mean, she'll let me know. She'll let me know whatever. I'll call her, go to her house, go get her, take her wherever I took her, fucking her ass, and go on my business.
Nice.
So for me, anal was just always my fascination with
Bonus
anal was
option.
my fascination with anal was one. It's an ass. I like ass. I got my biggest joke is always the asthma or whatever. I like ass. But the second part about it was growing up was that you can't get pregnant getting fucking ass. So that was like I didn't want any kids, so I put in the ass.
You can take the condom off and bust in her ass. That's great.
Right. But then
It's a
again, when I
great
was
Saturday
young,
night.
condoms was that.
Right.
That's why I got 4 kids that from 40 from mamas.
Using the grocery bag method.
I did that twice. Y'all can look back at one of my stories.
That's so funny.
With a shop and save bag. The more you shop, the more you save every day. And I got laid.
I learned a long time ago that you were the type of person that will, you gonna get it. I'm like, I love that. I love that about him. You gonna get it. Oh, anyway, we not here to talk about me.
No. It's okay.
Did you answer the question about first time? Yeah.
First time in
Name was
and
Kim.
when.
I don't know why I thought you was gonna say old girl Keisha. I don't know why I thought that, but Keisha was so late in life, so I know that couldn't possibly. Remember, old girl married to the hotep dude now, Keisha, Coco,
Not Cookie, but
not Cookie.
Coco.
She used to be your roommate.
Oh.
I'm not trying to say her name.
That was one. I mean, we ain't
That's
got
why
that
I was
name.
like, I don't know why I thought
I
you was
respect her. I ain't gonna do it like to put out there like that.
I don't know why I thought that was
But
gonna
yeah,
say
Coco,
you was gonna say her.
Coco she was good. She was.
Oh yeah, I've
she
seen
was
her.
fire. Yeah,
I've seen her in action.
She was fire. But yeah,
she do what she sold.
you choose it, she does it.
Let's spin the wheel.
All right, next question.
Next question. Where does your mind go when you fucking?
Porn star status.
Yeah, I can see that.
Growing up, I had a thing for
I can see
my
that.
favorite porn star was Mr. Marcus. I wanted to be like Mr. Marcus. With the baseball cap, he had the 6-pack, nice arms, and I fashioned myself. I even took a picture.
I know.
Mr. Marcus look. My
like,
thing was like I want to be Mr. Marcus. So I would. My thing was I was switching to beast mode, and shit, it worked out because I was digging the chicks down left and right.
Yeah, yeah, you were.
I just put it out there. You haven't asked me this yet, but you know how people say they've done numbers. I can truly say without, as a kid, say no cap, probably pushing 3,000 chicks in my lifetime. Easily.
I can see that
Easily.
because I know half of St. Louis know you, and I tested that theory.
Half of St. Louis and about a fourth of Kansas City, Missouri, and Kansas City, Kansas. Shout out to the Fountain City. We just got back from Kansas City and had a great time.
Oh my God, we had a
great time. Shout out to my girl Moonshine, aka Robbie Williams.
Hi, Robbie.
Shout out to
I gotta talk to you.
Oh shit. Shout out to Dr. Emmanuel. Shout out, Doc.
Hi, Doc.
Much love. Thank you for letting us into your home, sir. Shout out to who else can we shout out to?
Nicole. It was nice meeting you.
Yeah, shout out to Nicole. And shout out
Welcome to the family.
And shout out to Lee.
Welcome to the family.
AKA wet skin.
Facially. Yeah, there it is.
Sound like clever.
That's an inside joke. Her face. She's like really pretty in the face.
Yeah. So,
yeah. I love her face.
Yeah, I love her face too.
I loved her face
Poker
way
face.
more
She
than
has
you
a
did
poker
this
face.
weekend.
Way
more. What I learned about you when I first met you, sexually, there was no attraction for me sexually until I saw you fucking other people. I know that's weird. Whoever listening and watching, then I was in my head like, oh, he a keeper.
Because my fuck game is insane.
Yeah, it was like watching. I don't even watch porn. I hate porn, but to watch people live action 2 inches away from me, oh yeah, it's going down. I can just watch and it does it for me. I learned about you that you fuck the best when the bills are paid You been fed good. You drank. You done chilled. Oh man,
Got a power nap in.
got a power nap in. Shit.
I take whatever shirt.
What we
I
call
got
it?
on for the
You finna get this 19?
Oh yeah.
I be like, I gotta go. I gotta
It's
go.
a saying I used to say because
He
when I was
texted me 19.
when I was 19 years old,
Woo,
y'all,
at his prime.
when I was 19, that's when I did a lot of fucking at 19, and that's when my dick was the hardest. That's when my body was
Healthy.
the best. That's when my knees wasn't cricking and cracking, my wrist wasn't
Yeah,
cracked.
Jim didn't break him down yet.
Shit, boy.
That's a job that will break you down.
And so even though I might have been 25 or 30 or 35, every so often my dick would, whenever my mind was clear from clutter and shit, my dick would get hard like I was 19. So I called it that 19.
Oh yeah, I would clean the house,
And-
cook, put the kid to bed.
She can give it that
All that's
19.
taken care of. Come home, house smelling good. Oh man, damn, she
And
cooked, she cleaned up.
You know what? A lot of folks. I know we have a lot of people who listen right now and who are watching, who've been fans for either the beginning or just recently. And I'm very braggadocious. I really am.
He really
but
is.
I'm only talking shit because I can back it up.
Yeah.
So
because it's really not talking shit if it's facts.
yeah.
You know.
Right. I mean,
not-
yeah, I could be humble, but why?
Why?
I mean,
That's
it's
not who
fun.
you
It's all
are.
in good fun. So growing up for me, I grew up with low self-esteem. I was all my life was like 145, 150.
Let's get it.
No, actually, I was.
No, I saw the pictures you showed.
Well,
Right.
okay.
Your clubbing days.
Now that was okay. From growing up, from like 7 to like 17, I was skinny with a big head, low self-esteem. Went to high school, didn't get
Glasses.
much pussy. Did a lot of jacking off, a lot of video games, a lot of playing basketball. I did a lot of outdoor sports. Nothing really organization organized. Maybe some JFL football for like NYA or whatever. But outside of that, I didn't do much. So once I started working out, filling out, and getting a feel for who I was, I didn't even know I was packing. I thought I was average, but I had no other dick to compare it to, obviously. So I don't look at nobody else's dick but my own.
Damn right.
So once I started dating, women, chicks my age wasn't fucking with me. So 19, 20, 21, they wasn't kicking with me. But I did meet a lot of women that was
Oh, the women.
early
Love that
30s,
19.
late 30s, late 20s that was fucking with me, and they was like, God damn.
Get your 19-year-old.
What?
I did.
And before you know it, shit. So I've
Groom 'em.
had women throughout the years who loved me for my personality or my dick or my sex. But I've also had people who couldn't stand me because I wasn't a one woman type of guy. Never have been. I mean, you can attest to that.
That's
Even
true.
though I married you, but I've also kicked with other
It
women.
was crazy. I really, really was like, oh my God, I am digging his veracity for sex. And then the next day he get up and go to work. Are you kidding
Can't
me?
miss that bread. I get the head. Can't miss that bread.
Bills come in. This is what amazed me. Like when we was dating, bills would come in and he would pay them off. I was like, can't you just put a little something on that? Then we go kick it. Like let's go somewhere and eat. Cause that's how I grew up, putting a little something on the bill. You know, he get nervous. $52, let me go on and pay this. $120, let me go on and pay this. And then it'll be, we can go to IHOP and you have a meal, but I'm gonna have this cocoa.
Or we can go take our ass to Aldi. Like, we can have 3 stores. We can go to Aldi's for the canned goods and whatever. We can go to so and so gets the meat market, get the meat, and we can go somewhere else get the whatever, the juices, and be good.
Oh, yeah.
And I can make me some Longhorn at the crib. I love to cook. Love it.
I
Love to cook.
I love you cooking.
So I love it. In our household, I do majority of the cooking. When it comes to holidays, like let's say Thanksgiving or some kind of whatever holiday you choose, you do the cook. You know, you're good at cooking soul food, stuff that takes you back to your childhood with your mom and your siblings.
Oh yeah.
But for me, I grew up on soul food all the time.
Yeah.
Hated it. I mean, I didn't. Yeah. I can't.
You would
say-
have to have a taste for
I
it.
gotta have a taste for it.
Yeah.
So because I'm burnt out on it.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So but it's not. But for me, oh my God, it's cathartic. Cathartic means it's soothing for me to barbecue. I love barbecuing. I can go outside. I can barbecue every day if I wanted to.
Yeah.
And just sit out there outside with my drink in my hand, on the phone texting,
and, like,
and
just clear
listen
your
to
mind.
music and be chill. So that's how it is for me.
So I'm just gonna put it out there. Okay, so sexually to me, you're average at best, but that's me because I know what I do. Me, I do just enough to keep you around sexually. We like you know, yeah, I'll fuck with him. That's my husband. But what did it? What was it that made you say, you know what? I want her in the game. I want her in my world.
The kids.
Oh wow.
I've met a lot of women. You know, I was a hoe. You know, still a hoe. But I met a lot of women who only wanted to be bothered with my kids to give me, you know, because they deal with me, so they gotta deal with my kids.
True.
Or they want some dick, so they gotta say, "Hey, little man, how you doing?" And then go right to my room and it's whatever. But you actually came over to the house, wanted to know their names, their ages, what they liked. You played with them. You know, they even gave
Talk
you
to 'em on their
nicknames.
level.
Talk to them on their level.
Yeah.
You know, my son
Loved your
Tariq
kids.
called you Linda. I don't know where the fuck that came from.
Right.
Because your name April.
He didn't have to call my name while you was gone.
Right. So.
And then you was like, "What's her name?" Because he was, you know, Tyreek. He was excited, bouncing around, and he was just happy to be around me because he was getting attention.
Yeah.
Like he has several siblings on his mother's side, and then it's just at the time it was just him and his brother, and sometimes his brother wouldn't even be over there, but it was just him and his brother. So he would be excited that, you know, oh, we get to play the game. Dad gonna let us play the game type thing. And man, he says, "What's her name?" You all excited? What's her Linda? Like it don't matter. So that's why I got the nickname Linda. It's an inside joke.
So yeah,
Again.
so it was the kids. You know,
Really?
Because no one ever wanted to be bothered with my kids.
So y'all heard it. It was not the sex. It was the kids.
It was the kids. Yeah,
Because
it
I have
wasn't-
some people like,
it wasn't the sex.
I must be swinging off the chandeliers to keep Mario Brooks.
It wasn't the sex because you remember at the time I met you. You know, for those who haven't seen The Matrix, I felt like Neo because I would come home and stay up all night, can't sleep.
Yeah.
And I would sleep. I would only sleep once my body said enough was enough, and I would pass out, sleep for about 3, maybe 4 hours, and get up and go to work in the evening at General Motors. So I had trouble sleeping. So you was at my house for a few days, and I didn't even touch you, but I slept like a baby because I had somebody next to me, and we didn't. Hell, you kicked it off.
Yeah, I think we was 3
You
months in
started
before we even had sex.
Yeah, you started. You kicked it off, and you put
Yeah,
my
I
dick in
was
your
like-
ass, and then the rest was history.
The rest was history.
Shit,
I was kept.
man.
And it wasn't really the sex. It was, again, the veracity. Look at you.
Oh, yeah.
That, like, this is really something that he is passionate about. Like, okay, I'm digging this.
But at the same point in time,
Because I'm a voyeur. It turned
you
me
like,
on.
You like to watch.
I can't wait to see you gonna fuck next.
But see-
Asses was getting bigger and bigger. Every time a chick come over, ass is twice as big as...
For those who know me,
Ass.
ass is the key. I love ass.
And I
you
got
gotta have,
just
you gotta have
enough.
a fat ass. You know,
I got just enough.
shit, whatever. You got more than enough. So, and it's crazy to me because you met me. You met Mario.
Yes.
A lot of people have
Maurice.
met Moe. The difference between Mario and Moe is Mario, and for those who know me, they've known me since I was Mario and converted over to Moe, but that's neither here nor there. But Mario is laid back, quiet, keeps to himself, smiles, don't like attention. You know, I'm friendly, and I'm happy-go-lucky. Moe, arrogant, asshole,
Right.
don't give a fuck you.
Yeah.
What you gonna do for me? Manipulative,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta get something out the deal.
It's been several times in the very beginning. I'm laying in your bed in your house because you gave me a key, and you out fucking somebody else, and you wasn't quite really broke up from the chick you was fucking with, but you figured it out. Like, yeah, I'm gonna break over her. I'm gonna bring her in. Put me in, coach.
Yep.
And it worked only because I feel like I liked watching you fuck, and you liked to fuck, so it was just like, let's do that.
And then the rumor is that I got you in a lifestyle, but that's not true.
So not
That's
the
so
case.
not true.
The hustle is truly deep.
Her and her ex-husband used to, dibble and dabble, and it just so happens that we met.
Jealous bastard.
We have a lot of things in common. You used to strip. I used to strip.
Yeah.
You dibble and dabble in the lifestyle before I knew what the lifestyle was. I dibbled and dabbled. I loved your boys. You loved my boys.
Truth.
And then once I found my daughter, you brought her into let me bring her into our home, and everything just panned out the way it was supposed to.
Yeah.
We've had our hiccups. We've had
yeah.
situations where we argued and fought,
Broke up.
and broke up.
And was sneaking around
Yeah.
with each other.
I broke up with you Started
He
messing
dumped me,
with,
y'all.
started messing with you know who, and then
Yep.
and then started cheating on her back with you. So that's what that is.
We have a weird life.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
what was the other one? I
What's
should have
the
wrote it
next
down.
question? What you got for me?
What would you want your legacy to be? Because I have studied you. Like, y'all heard that, right? I had to study this man to be with him for 18 years. He was just open-minded enough to listen to my thoughts and ideas. That's what got me to stay. I know the true dichotomy. And that's why we're such a great match, because I, too, have a dichotomy. Because when I go mommy mode, I'm mommy mode. Like, I'm not dressing with the boobies out. You know, I'm strictly kids, family, and the whole nine. But when I turn boss on, it's on. And the same with you. There's Mario, then there's Mo. And I know the dichotomy. I see it in your eyes when that switch go off. So you're not as sneaky as you think you are. You're not as sneaky as you think you
Yeah,
are.
you're right.
But that being said, what would you want your legacy to be? Which side of the dichotomy would you want people to know this is really who I am?
With family that has grown and raised Mario, it's pretty much cut and dry. Everyone knows I'm happy-go-lucky. Everyone knows I can come into a family gathering or an event. Hey,
Good old Mo.
here go Mo, and I'll come in and crack jokes and Joan, and we have a good old
Great
time.
time.
And so that's established. And then for those who know me outside of the family, I would like to think I've helped people out. I've always been one to, if I know a certain place is hiring and you or someone in your family or in your life needs a place to work, I'm breaking my neck to make sure, hey dog, call this place.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna stop you right there.
All right.
Because there, again, dichotomy. When I met you, you would do that shit as a bargaining chip. You had a whole little speech that you would text. It's like copy paste.
Yeah.
Copy paste. I'm like, damn, all these people need a job. Well, I'm gonna give her a referral, and she gonna give me the ass Thursday. Oh, okay, that's how that works.
That was
But
manipulation to me,
when
yeah.
I met you and I taught you balance your karma, because remember, you'd be like, shit happened. Old girl went off. Man, fuck her. Get another one. Replace this bitch. I'm like, dude, you got to balance your karma better than that.
You taught me well because I was a fuck boy. I was.
Man, can't do that and have
But
kids.
see, I wasn't even raised that. I wasn't even raised to be that way. You know that. My father. You met my parents. I wasn't raised like that, but it was a situation where there was I was very naive to a lot of things because my mother raised me to be the man she always wanted. My father raised me to be a man, but neither one of them showed me the loopholes out there. My father would tell me about a loophole, but wouldn't say, in this situation, this is how it's gonna go. Unlike I flipped that for the kids. I let them know ahead of time all the loopholes and potholes.
Cheat
So
code.
I went in. I got out there, started hanging out, meeting women, and I wanted what I wanted when I wanted it. Picked up a sex addiction, and no matter what it took to get it, I had to. If I had to lie about
Yeah,
it,
it did go from addiction to vice. Like people got their vices. It is what it is. They like what they like.
and
It went from addiction.
I had to lie to get it, or I did some fucked up ass shit. There was one. I remember this vaguely. Like yesterday. It was this chick that lived down the street from Winsville, and she was the friend of my partner Lou. My partner Lewis Bowden. She was the friend of his lady, and she was curvy. She had a fat ass. She was about 5'9", 5'10".
That's all you
Small waist, big old donkey ass, and I would go out to see her, so one day I promised her. I said I had a credit card that was no good. So I said, look, take this card, get yourself something to eat, give me some pussy. I gave her the card knowing the card wasn't even working.
Nothing was on it.
And I realized I had a problem because it was fucked up because what ended up happening was she went to go to the store to go get some stuff, and she was trying to use the card to pay the taxi cab. And it didn't work out, and she almost got in trouble for that. And I didn't look at it like that. I was like, man, fuck her. Give me some pussy. And
I got what I wanted. That was your whole thing. I got what I wanted.
And that was foul.
I was like, dude, you can't treat people like that.
But then how can I get mad when some shit in my life fault or some shit blow up in my face. I lost the court case with my son's mother over my son. It's karma. Once I started believing in karma, you started showing me the error of my ways. That's when things started to change. And whenever I had enough, I would tell you. I would just flat out tell you, you know what? It's going to change. And you always knew when because I was like, I would say it. This ain't happening no more. I'm done. Just give me 7 days. And then within 7 days, the change happens. I was always taught change starts every 7 days. So once you start the process, you got to keep it for 7 days. 7 days creates a habit. That's what I was taught. So, and everything has been pretty good since then. Well, we bumped our heads here and there. I've done some things, you've done some things, but when it all boils down, we have each other. Man, I ain't going nowhere, neither will you.
He's like, you ain't going nowhere. You don't know where I'm going.
You ain't going nowhere.
Look at you.
Thank you.
I swear,
Thank
you and these.
Sexual chocolate. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think you reminded me a lot of my brother. Great.
Which brother?
Uncle Tony. Tony. Uncle Tony. I'm supposed to used to call him that. My oldest brother. He had a lot of traits. My brother was so happy-go-lucky, jovial, and he would just keep me in a good space, like considering what we grew up with. Right. And that's why my mom was crazy about you. She'd be like, Maurice, he remind me of baby, and I'm like, yeah. So that was just like, check one. That's cool. That's what up. And in my head, I'm like, don't laugh at his jokes. Don't laugh at his jokes. I'm laughing at all these jokes.
Because I'm silly as hell.
Because he finna joke his way into some pussy. Let me, girls, ladies, young ladies, older women, don't laugh at his jokes. I'm just going to tell you. Because he got you. He got you then. Oh, she laughing at my jokes.
Charisma.
Yeah, you have to have charisma.
Got to
be able to assimilate with the different types of women that you deal with. You can't make the poverty-stricken ones that was raised without nothing feel like they nothing. You always made people feel like they were more than what they were.
I mean, for good cause, because I've had people treat me like shit, and I didn't do nothing wrong. Yeah. And I never liked that feeling. I was always the one that would fight the bully for the person who couldn't fight the bully.
That's what's up.
Even if I got my ass whooped, at least, hey, I'm going to fight your ass. Leave a little man alone. Stop. You know what I'm saying? You might kick my ass, but that's okay. We finna go at it. So, and I felt the same way about. That's why it's all about. You have to make people feel like you want to be treated, and that's just what it is.
So would that be your legacy?
I think so.
That you believe for your children? That's who you are?
Even though me and at least the oldest son don't get along, rearing a child isn't perfect, and it's not rocket science either, though. But I can say that my legacy, the Mario in me, the legacy is helping others. The Moe in me is fucking everybody else.
Yeah, I have to teach you.
No. I think the Moe in me. I've helped people.
Mario.
I've helped in the lifestyle. The Moe Brux in the lifestyle.
Oh my God!
I've helped everybody
single-handedly
get pussy or dick.
Network.
I've networked everybody. If you have not gotten, ladies, if you ain't got no dick or pussy. Because I hooked you, If I didn't hook you up with some pussy, then you ain't. I must not fuck with you, fellas. If you ain't getting no pussy through me, I probably don't fuck with you. Because I've always made it a point to play that love connection where everybody get pussy.
And that's where I got that from. Like, to use people for what they're useful for.
Yeah.
And they'll always be in your corner because they're not being used. It's networking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, that's how that
Like
goes.
you always say, you gotta work someone's strength. If
you know somebody strength.
If you know a motherfucker is a fuck dummy or a chick that go hard or she go hard in the paint,
bring her
then
over.
that's what she do. So bring her out, let her go hard. Don't ridicule her. Don't get on her head.
Praise her for that.
Praise her for that. That's what she do, and she living her truth.
Especially
like
if
I've always said, you have to live. If you can always deny the lie, but you cannot deny the truth. You have to live your truth.
Yeah, I can't keep up a lie for long. Like, I get tired. I really do. But one more question, because we are getting close to the end. That was quick.
We got another 10 more minutes.
That was quick. I went easy on you.
You ain't gotta go easy.
I went easy on you on purpose because I'm like tired from this weekend.
Well, let's. Do you have one more question for me?
Yes.
Before we discuss the weekend.
Yeah. When do you know I gotta?
When they ask questions.
Yeah, when they respond back.
When I have a whole spiel, When I meet someone brand new, let's say from the jump, let's say you're brand new, and I meet you. Hey, how you doing? My name is Mario. How you doing? Woo woo. And we, hey, can I see you sometime? Take you out to eat some woo woo. And you're like, okay, that's cool. So we exchange numbers and through text, because a lot of times, unfortunately, nowadays people text. I like to talk.
Yeah, he called you.
And I like to converse.
That's what you said on Black Planet. Just give me your number, I'll call you.
Right.
I was like,
So usually the way I do it is I let them know this is my situation. I worked this place for this long. These are the kids I have. I have a wife. I'm in an open marriage, and this is what we go. This is what we're going through. I'm not leaving my wife, and no, I'm not trying to recruit you.
prior to marriage, it was, I ain't trying to lay up on you. I got my own spot. I only get my kids on the weekend. I was like, he got a whole motherfucking speech. I said, oh, the hustle is
Because you gotta let them know. Oh, you gotta let them know off top. You can't lie. You gotta put it out there. Let
they
them
be like,
decide for
okay.
themselves.
Some women are impressed by that. Me, I was like, sure. And what time do you become a father? Like, when he told me all of that, like looking at him with fresh eyes, and he's like, and I ain't trying to lay up on you, and I work at GM, and I got my own place. I get the kids on the weekend. I'm like, you have kids? When you do all this other shit, but what time are you a father? Like that to me, that was like, yeah, his sex addiction came before them kids. Them kids needed somebody. That was me. That was me.
Facts.
So
Facts.
I went easy on you because I'm tired.
And the reason why she's tired,
My throat hurt.
yeah,
I got
yeah.
write them down.
So this weekend
We rediscovered each other.
We drove to Kansas City to. I went to go visit a friend of mine, and also the friend works for a doctor, Dr. Emmanuel, who's going to sponsor us. Hey, how you doing, Doc?
And we're not going to put too much business out there.
Yeah, so we went to go see the doctor to talk business about up and coming sponsorship. So he wrote us a check for the up and coming sponsorship, and we're going to get have this stuff plastered on the wall, during our podcast, as well as a commercial in the near future. So while we were there talking with the doc, he invited us to come to his home. He didn't have to do that, and we greatly appreciate him. And we had a beautiful home.
Airbnb.
Better than Airbnb. That was nice.
That's what it felt like.
Out in Lee's Summit, outside of Kansas City. And we had a great time. He let us use his shower. This man.
The 5-head shower.
Yeah, the 5-head shower. We had king
like
crab. Man, I have never had 2 legs of crab and got full from eating 2 legs.
I told him to pace himself.
Man, it was good. And we had a great time. Just people were drinking, smoking, and socializing. And then at some point in time throughout the night, me and my wife just happened to have a little company in our room.
Yeah, things happen. And
things happened.
That you can't
it was,
say out loud, but
yeah, it was.
Let's just say I'm good. I'm good.
My wife ate pussy. My wife sucked dick.
Yeah,
and
things
I
and
ate
stuff.
pussy and did I eat ass?
No,
I didn't eat ass this time, but I owe her. She knows who she is. And my wife has been plotting on my friend.
Right. Oh, buddy.
It's
like fresh ideas.
Hell no.
She better be ready. She man, get ready.
Because if she ain't ready,
right. Oh my gosh, get ready.
Get ready.
Get healed. You know who I'm talking to. Hurry up and heal.
I'm gonna send this podcast to her. She gonna check it out.
She's watching it right now.
She's watching it right now.
She was like, "Oh, this is gonna be good." I was like, I was like, I'm gonna go easy on them, only because I'm tired.
Yeah, so
my throat.
We had a great time in Kansas City, and it gave us, due to the unfortunate passing of my stepson, who was in the military. My wife and this happened right before COVID. Well, it happened a year before COVID, and so she was already in therapy for the passing of his passing, as well as once COVID hit, she stayed in the house and didn't leave the house
for 2 years.
For 2 years, and
in the bed.
It was really traumatic.
Yeah.
And I was losing hope in our marriage, and in the past, it was always a situation where I was doing some fucked up shit to push her away. But this situation, when it comes to mental illness, and losing someone traumatic, it's all of a sudden it's out of nowhere. mental illness is real as well as the mourning process. You can't rush it
Oh my God.
at all.
Because it's stages. And then when it's traumatic grief, which you've never had to deal with. I have, because I lost my
Mother,
mother, my eldest son
your
when I
oldest
was
son. So
in
now,
college.
so now your second son out of yeah.
And that hit me hard because it's like, damn, I had 4, lost 2. I'm kind of running out of kids here. Why? I balanced my karma so well. Why? Right. But you never had a dog down you, a turtle, not even really a relative.
The closest person that ever passed was my grandmother, my father's mother. And even then, she was like 90-something years old. So
and
that
of course, you prepared for that.
Yeah, I was prepared.
Yeah, and then my son passed away traumatically and instantly without putting out details. So it's like, wow. And anybody who know me, our kids, that's my world. Like, everything. Like, we had our problems over the years, and I would just put it all in the kids. What I mean by that, we'll go and let's make memories. Let's make this a better memory than what I'm going through with your dad. Like, I would never down him in front of his or my kids. We wouldn't even argue in front of the kids. That was real important to me because I wanted them to respect him, But yeah, we were drifting apart. Like, that's dangerous with traumatic grief because usually you end up getting divorced. Mm-hmm. That's just something that some couples just can't make it through.
It was a random occurrence that I met my friend just on a holiday weekend just to do something that, because I would ask my wife to go places, and April was like, Bosslady was like, no, I'm not.
I had anxiety about leaving the house.
She couldn't leave the house. She didn't want to walk to the mailbox. And so what can I do? So I met someone on a humbug, kicked it, had a great time. She came back again, She was out of town and would always come back. Mm-hmm. And we would kick it. We had fun. And it was like I hadn't had this much fun. And plus it was during COVID, so we was limited on fun, but I can always make my fun. And it was to the point to where it felt good to have someone that I can hang out with that was of the opposite sex. We could fuck.
Obviously.
And she wasn't trying to be more than a friend. She wasn't trying to take my wife's spot. That complicates things.
Yeah.
And it felt good that, we could kick it like that. And it was a situation where I'm glad that my wife decided to come to Kansas City on the trip, so a business trip. The business trip turned out to be more than business. It became pleasure. And it became a moment. It became a moment in time where me and her were one again like we was and were years ago when we met. There'd be times back in the day we would go to Dave and Buster's or we had getting gas at the Quick Trip, and my wife would see somebody that I like that's right up my alley. Excuse me, did we go to school together? And my wife's so gorgeous. Even if they didn't know my wife, they will go play along with it.
I'd be like, give me your Facebook information because I know it's gonna come to me later. Oh, okay.
And before you know it, I'm at work. I come home and they in the bed getting paid pussy. I'm finna hop in the shower real quick and put some dick in their mouth, and it's on and popping.
Couldn't wait to get home. I'm coming home to you.
Could not wait. Could not motherfucking wait.
Oh my gosh, we had to get back to those days.
Yeah, so we had a good time in Kansas City. Shout out to everyone this weekend
that hosted us.
Thank you again, Dr. Emmanuel, for hosting us in your lovely home, and you fed us, and you let us drink, and you had a great talk with my wife, and you guys shared knowledge. That's all. So, sir, you are definitely a great new friend of ours, and we hope to continue to be a friend of yours, Doc. We really do. So thank you once again, as well as thank you, Robbie, and everyone we met this weekend. Whew. So we had a great time.
I will not forget this weekend for a while.
Yeah, this was epic. It was
used muscles I haven't used in a long time.
For sure.
But yeah. How much time we got? 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes. I'm gonna wrap it up.
We can do another minute and a half, but I wanted to say real quick, y'all, before we go, that this is one of 4, like I said at the beginning of the podcast. So next week we're gonna do Texas Homegrown. We're gonna talk to her about her origin story, her upbringing.
Oh yeah.
And where she comes from and everything about her that she feels comfortable sharing with everybody. Then after that, we're gonna talk to Apple Banks. That's the one with the very, very very
Husky voice.
deep and rich voice.
I would say husky.
With a great body and a
yeah.
great personality.
It's a
And then
turn
after
on
that,
for me.
best for last is Bosslady, and we're gonna talk about everything she wants to talk about.
God.
And
This is
especially sex.
Yeah.
Especially sexual.
Because I am so private. This podcast has helped me come out of my shell a bit. Because like I said, I stayed in the bed for 2 years.
Right.
So this is helping me, reintroduce myself to the world again. But
Right. So
I'm gonna give you all the little tidbits.
Yeah,
How I
so-
was raised, the legend of Bosslady, where that came from,
Right.
and the hustle game, and how that we incorporated that in our lives,
Thanks.
and why our children work so hard because the hustle is real.
This is true.
I don't miss a payday, even if I'm laying on my back. Literally. I got insurance to lay on my back.
There it is. we end up losing a madam, but end up gaining a boss. So
Yeah. Shout out to Madam Coleman.
shout out to Madam CC Coleman.
I
Madam
feel your
Coleman.
spirit in this church, child. I want to be back over there.
You sound like you
Oh
take
my
some
God.
around Dale. Look at see.
I felt her spirit.
Her spirit. You said
For a
Dale.
minute. For a minute. Shout out, Renee. Missed you this week.
Yeah, shout out Texas Homegrown.
It's so empty in here.
Yeah, so once again, y'all, if you like what you're listening to or enjoy what you're watching, please share with someone of like mind who can
Yes,
enjoy this
please.
podcast. We have we have definitely old episodes you can check out, as well as on YouTube. Check us out on YouTube, The Freaks of the Industry Podcast on YouTube. You can check us out on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere
Across
else.
all social media.
Yeah, across all social media, as well as catch us on Facebook.
True.
So
Or catch us
Freaks
in
of the
traffic
Industry business
this
page.
summer.
So we're gonna get up out of here, y'all. In part, like I always say, remember in life you can always just make sure that you never you can deny the lie. I'm
He's so tired.
Yeah, because we've been gone all weekend, so let me start over.
You
because
use
I'm
muscles,
tired. I'm fatigued. You hear my voice. Always remember, never deny the lie. I'm sorry. Am I saying it right? I'm tired. You know what, y'all? Just live your truth. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's what he's trying
Live
to
your
say.
that's what I'm trying to say. Live your motherfucking truth. Shit.
Yes, sir. Your slow
And-
ass is